Clinton Dixon.
Yes, Your Honor.
And where's Mr. Dixon?
Judge, he's in custody.
Oh, have they brought him out?
Yes, sir.
All right, have him come forward.
We have 2 indicted felony cases.
He has 2 indicted ones? Unindicted, okay.
One's a robbery, one's a possession.
All right. So what is the status of those unindicted cases?
I just spoke to Ms. Rory and I was gonna send off an email to the intake attorney, Jonathan Alvarado. I just haven't had a chance to yet, Judge. And I can give an update, but it's not indicted at this point.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset this case. And Mr. Dixon, I'm going to give you a date in December. If your attorney wants you brought back sooner, your attorney can have you brought back sooner. The issue with your case is this is a state jail felony and there are other felonies that are unindicted. It's going to be difficult for your attorney, or you may not want your attorney to take care of this case because it still doesn't solve the issues of the outstanding felonies. Do you understand?
So I asked you last time I was here by the sign for, go ahead, sign for pleading.
All right, so here's the thing. I'll have you all step back and counsel, if you'll confer with the state and state if you'll see what the update is upstairs.
Okay, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Just let the clerks know when you're ready to approach again.
Yes, Your Honor.
Alex Arizola. Have you conferred with the state?
We have Your Honor.
All right, where's your client?
He's in custody.
All right, come down. All right, are you all hearing this motion to revoke?
No, Your Honor, a motion to set bond.
All right, why, have you all conferred on the motion to revoke?
No, I thought you wanted us to confirm the motion to set bond. That's my
I
understanding.
mean, you can confer on the motion to set bond, but I think you all should confer also on the motion to revoke as well.
Are we gonna go forward on the motion to revoke today?
It depends. If you all want to, my advice, confer on the motion to revoke. And then if,
I see, okay.
then, yes. All right, thank you. All right, sir, just have a seat.
Yeah, Rich, Your Honor.
Yes.
Judge, the 3 cases that I have that are appointed on your docket, normally put them on the docket for today.
Okay.
One of them is incompetence.
You need to have them pull the file. Joseph Jefferson Smith IV.
Judge, he's gonna be on Zoom. That's the guy that has medical issues.
All right. Is he listed as Joseph?
Jefferson Smith.
Ah, I see Joseph Smith. Are you ready to proceed on him?
Yeah, he's supposed to be on Zoom.
He's on Zoom.
And I'm also conferring with the state. I have a motion modified bond. They're looking at it.
All right, let me know when you're ready then.
He's on the file right there.
All right. All right, Mr. Smith, I'm gonna put you in a waiting room. Once your attorney is ready to proceed, I'll bring you back in. Juan Castaneda.
It's my case. That's one of the 3 that we brought on specially to see.
All right, is he in custody?
He's in custody.
Has it been brought out?
I asked for him to be brought out.
Okay, hasn't been brought out yet. Once he's brought out, I'll take it out.
He's right here.
Oh, Castaneda, come down. All right. Mr. Castaneda, I'm assuming you're asking to withdraw counsel, is that correct?
Please, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2024 CR 011194, State of Texas versus Juan Alejandro Castaneda. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Edelman.
Defense?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Todd McCray.
And are you Mr. Castaneda?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Defense, my understanding you wish to withdraw, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you file a motion or no?
I didn't follow motion.
All right, any objection to proceeding by oral motion to withdraw?
No, Your Honor.
All right, can you state for the record the reason for withdrawal?
I was elected to be justice of the Court of Appeals.
Oh, I know the answer to your question, but the record needs to be clear. That's why I'm asking.
Recently elected to be justice of the Court of Appeals, and I would like to be able to take my oath of office January 1.
All right, do you have any objections to his withdrawal?
Nah, unless that means I can't do anything today.
No, you'll have another attorney appointed to you today.
Fine.
All right, do you have any objections to his withdrawal? All right, the oral motion to withdraw is granted. All right, if you have a seat in the box, we'll make sure you have an attorney.
I do have something else.
All right. Next case we have is Monroe Walker. Court is calling 2023 CR 7583, State of Texas versus Monroe. Walker heard. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Andrew Harris, Edelman.
defense.
Todd McCray for Monroe heard, Your Honor.
All right, my understanding defense is you're asking to withdraw.
Yes, please, Your Honor.
Did you file a motion?
I did not.
Any objection to an oral motion to withdraw?
No, Your Honor.
And could you state for the record your reason for withdrawal?
Elected to be Justice of the Fourth Court of Appeals to take office January 1.
All right, and what is the status of Mr. Hurt's case?
Presently incompetent, Your Honor.
Any objections to the motion to withdraw, state?
No, Your Honor.
All right, the motion to withdraw will be granted. The court is calling 2021 CR 8325, State of Texas versus Paul Marvin Smith. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state,
Andrew Harris, Sadelman.
for the defense?
Todd McCray for Paul Marvin Smith.
And it's the court's understanding you wish to withdraw from this case, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you file a motion to withdraw?
I did not.
Any objection to an oral motion to withdraw?
No, Your Honor.
All right, what is your reason for withdrawing?
Judge, I was elected to be Justice of the Fourth Court of Appeals to take office January 1.
All right, what is the status of this case?
Judge, I was recently appointed, and my understanding is he's presently in the hospital.
Any objection to the withdrawal?
No, Your Honor.
All right, motion to withdraw will be granted.
If you were like me and couldn't hear a thing Todd McCray just mumbled. I had him at 300% volume and he was still difficult to understand. I believe he was stating because he just won this position at the Court of Appeals and is starting this new job January 1st, he needed to withdraw from his cases.
Renee Munoz.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Hi, are you eligible for first degree?
Yes, Judge.
All right, are you able to take Paul Smith? He's currently in the hospital.
Yes, sir.
All right, and the reason why I chose him because he does well with people who are in the hospital and he knows the ins and outs of that. All right, so he'll give you information on that. Norma, if you'll appoint Renee Munoz on Paul Smith. All right, is there anything else?
I don't have anything else before the court, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Your excuse. Sure. Jose Gutierrez. Mr. Gutierrez, are you all ready, Bashan, or no? All right, Mr. Gutierrez, if you'll come forward. Hello, good morning. All right, Mr. Gutierrez, you're here for a compliance hearing. We've had a client compliance hearing with you before. Do you understand? Do you need an interpreter?
No,
All right, so what did you understand?
you said,
All right, so I had you appear before the court previously. The reason why is because you were not being compliant with your conditions of probation. You were not following your conditions of probation. Do you understand now?
you know,
So here's the issue. You are not keeping your appointments. Why are you unable to keep your appointments?
I'm funny. I've been going to report.
No, you have not. You understand? So we're at a crossroads. And this is where the crossroads leaves us. Either you're gonna follow through on your conditions or you're not. If you're not, a motion to revoke is gonna be filed, and I'm not gonna have another conversation with you like we're having now. Do you understand? Probation, when is his next appointment and when does he need to be available for someone to come to his house? And I see he needs a TAP evaluation, is that correct?
Judge, he needs a top evaluation as well, if I wanted to record referral. None of the appointments were made, so the evaluation cannot be.
And how long have we been trying to do the TAP evaluation? Why are you not doing the evaluations?
Since, December the third, it's gonna go, I think,
I'm sorry, what?
on December the third, that's gonna go, I think, on the tap.
No, they don't have any, they're gonna check, but they say that you have not done your evaluations for the court. And these evaluations are to help you with any alcohol issues you may have. And I'm receiving reports that you're showing up slurring your words with bloodshot eyes and smelling of alcohol.
That's,
No, smelling, what does smelling of alcohol have to do with wearing eyeglasses?
I'm drinking.
Okay,
On December the third, we're gonna go by the John building.
mhm. All right. So if you do not make that tap evaluation on December 3rd at 9 a.m., a motion to revoke will be filed. What that means is you will be taken into custody wherever you may be. If you're at a restaurant and you're getting your meal and they brought your meal out, they will arrest you right in the restaurant and won't allow you to have your meal. If you just paid for groceries, they're going to leave the groceries behind and take you into custody. Do you understand? You are not allowed to miss any more appointments. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you need to write your appointments down, then I'm sure probation will give you a calendar and you can write down December 3rd, 9 a.m. Do you know where you're supposed to appear for your tap evaluation?
Sure.
All right. I know there's a pause, but at least if it's already done, we will we'll have it in place. All right. All right. Thank you. Mary Stella Guerrero. All right, Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
Judge, we're requesting a reset. Prosecution is further complaint.
All right.
Your Honor, the prosecution is requesting a reset because we would like to speak with the complainant before making a plea offer to the defendant.
All right, Norma. Recall this for December 16th. At that time, the state will tender an offer.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Taymor McIntyre.
Taymor McIntyre, known professionally as Tay, has an estimated net worth of $2.5 million, as reported by the Success Bug. Born on June 16, 2000, in Long Beach, California, McIntyre faced a challenging childhood, as his father was incarcerated during his early years. When he was 8, his mother relocated him and his sister to Las Vegas, Nevada. 2 years later, after his father's release, the family moved to Arlington, Texas, in search of a better life. McIntyre attended Martin High School but dropped out in his freshman year. Influenced by artists like Chief Keef, Eazy-E, Young Pappy, Lud Foe, and his favorite rapper, Soulja Boy, he began to explore his passion for music. On June 30, 2017, the same day his breakout track, The Race, was released, McIntyre was captured by U.S. Marshals after evading authorities for 3 months. Following his arrest and transport to Texas, he garnered significant support from fans online. While incarcerated at Tarrant County Jail in Fort Worth, his management team released his debut mixtape, Santana World, 2017, which received generally positive reviews and made it onto the Billboard 200. In July 2019, McIntyre was convicted of murder in connection with a 2016 home invasion and robbery that resulted in the death of 21-year-old Ethan Walker, leading to a 55-year prison sentence. In November 2019, he was indicted on a second murder charge for allegedly shooting 23-year-old Mark Anthony Saldivar, and he is currently awaiting trial for that offense. McIntyre began his rap career in 2014 as a member of the group Daytona Boys, alongside rappers Pimpez and Santana Sage. They released their first track, Drift, on SoundCloud on December 25, 2014. Despite their efforts to gain traction in the local rap scene through performances at various parties, the group struggled to attract significant attention initially.
Taymor McIntyre, better known as Tay, made his solo debut in August 2015 with the release of Biff Zanin on SoundCloud. This track, along with Sly Cooper, released in September 2015, helped him gain local recognition within the Arlington rap scene. On March 16, 2016, he dropped Mega Man, which, along with several other tracks, gained further popularity after his arrest on capital murder charges. While evading authorities, McIntyre continued to produce music, including the well-known track, The Race, recorded during his time in New Jersey. The music video for The Race was released on YouTube the same day he was captured. Thanks to a significant hashtag campaign, #FreeTake, the song debuted at number 70 on the US Billboard Hot 100, eventually peaking at 44 and accumulating over 246 million views. The Race has been remixed by various artists, including Tyga, Lil Yachty, YBN Namir, Fetty Wap, and Rico Nasty. During his incarceration, McIntyre released the mixtape Santana World. On September 14, 2017, World Star Hip Hop released the track Coolin', although McIntyre's team later stated that it was an unofficial leak. On December 14, 2017, Santana World was re-released under 88 Classic and RCA Records, featuring a remix of The Race with contributions from rappers 21 Savage and Young Nudy. The track received platinum certification from the RIAA in January 2018. On February 2, 2018, McIntyre's Twitter account shared photos of him for the first time since May 2017, and the following day, he released After You on SoundCloud. In March 2018, reports indicated that McIntyre had earned approximately $600,000 to $700,000 through his record deal with 88 Classic and RCA Records. He made an appearance on the No Jumper label's track, Hard, alongside Blockboy JB, which reached number 14 on the Bubbling Under Hot 100 chart. He was also featured on the shortlist for the 2018 XXL Freshman list. On November 23, 2019, a family member took control of McIntyre's Twitter account, contrary to the wishes of his manager, Ezra Averill. The family member tweeted various statements expressing dissatisfaction with McIntyre's contract and communication with Averill, promising to help share the truth about McIntyre's life. The tweets conveyed regret for allowing management to control his narrative and emphasized that he was not the monster the media portrayed him to be. In 2023, McIntyre took to X, formerly Twitter, to express his feelings about his lengthy sentence, stating he believed he would have received different treatment if he were a white kid. He reflected on the disparities in sentencing compared to one of his co-defendants, a white girl who received probation while he was sentenced to 55 years for his alleged minimal role. That same year, he wrote an emotional letter to his fans on Instagram, explaining that he was sentenced as an adult for a crime in which he was not the shooter and had no gum. He expressed gratitude to his supporters and shared his commitment to using his music success to positively impact other young artists. McIntyre's legal troubles began on January 1, 2016, when he was in a car with Eric Santana Sage Johnson, who fatally shot a University of North Texas student, Sarah Muchlechner, during a confrontation. Although witnesses claimed McIntyre's group was involved in the altercation, he was not charged in the case. In July 2016, McIntyre was arrested alongside 6 others on capital murder charges related to a home invasion that resulted in the death of Ethan Walker in Mansfield, Texas. The incident arose from a conspiracy to rob a teenager, which led to a violent confrontation. During an interrogation, McIntyre admitted his involvement in the robbery. In July 2017, he was transferred to an adult jail, and a hearing was held to determine his status as a juvenile. Despite the optimism expressed by his attorney, McIntyre was ultimately tried as an adult. Over the following year, several of his co-defendants received various sentences for their roles in the crime. On July 15, 2019, McIntyre pleaded guilty to 2 counts of aggravated robbery related to the home invasion. He was found guilty of murder and a 3rd count of aggravated robbery just days later. His song, The Race, written during his time on the run, was introduced as evidence during sentencing. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 55 years for murder, 30 years for 1 count of aggravated robbery, and 26 years for the other counts, all to be served concurrently, with the possibility of parole after 28 years. After cutting off his ankle monitor in March 2017, McIntyre fled and recorded The Race, detailing his evasion from law enforcement. He was captured by the U.S. Marshals Service on June 30, 2017, after claiming to have swallowed pills and subsequently being evaluated in a psychiatric ward. While on the run, McIntyre was also involved in a robbery in San Antonio, where he allegedly shooed and killed Mark Anthony Saldiva. He faced further charges related to this incident, and after being extradited to Behar County Jail, he was indicted for capital murder. While in jail, McIntyre faced additional charges for possessing a prohibited item after a mobile phone was found hidden during a search. He was moved to a maximum security facility and spent significant time in solitary confinement due to behavioral issues. In May 2018, TK's management team claimed that his music was removed from Spotify's playlists as part of the platform's hate content and hateful conduct policy. This drew criticism, and the CEO of Spotify later admitted that the policy was mishandled. Despite this, TK's music remained unavailable on the platform, while other controversial artists had their music restored. Taymor McIntyre has been involved in 3 lawsuits stemming from his alleged involvement in the murders of Mark Saldivar and Ethan Walker, as well as the attempted murder of Zachary Belote and the robbery and assault of Skip Pepe. In June 2018, the family of Saldivar, the victim of the San Antonio shooting, filed a wrongful death lawsuit seeking over $1 million in damages. The following month, Walker's family and survivor Zachary Belote jointly sued McIntyre and his former record labels, 88 Classic and RCA Records, seeking profits from his music following Walker's death and Belote's injuries. On May 2, 2019, Skip Pepe and his wife filed a lawsuit against McIntyre, his former manager Ezra Averill, and the labels 88 Classic and RCA Records. According to Pepe's attorney, these defendants chose to financially profit from McIntyre's violent crimes and take money for themselves from the sale of his music that otherwise would be available to compensate McIntyre's victims. As of 2023, the outcome of this lawsuit remains unknown.
All right, so I'm assuming all the discovery has been taken care of?
Discovery has been taken care of, Your Honor. The last time we talked, we had received a ballistics report that had been generated this fall. Our expert is still reviewing that and advises he needs probably about 60 more days to complete his answer. But that's the last thing that we have facing us. After
We
that,
spoke
we'll be
with
ready.
him yesterday. We spoke with him yesterday, Your Honor. And he said he will have it done within 60 days.
All right, I need an acknowledgement of discovery signed today.
Okay, Judge.
And then, Norma, set this for jury trial in February. This is going to jury trial in February. Is it going to, if it is going to trial? And it's criminal trial division. All right, you're scheduled for jury trial on February 10th.
Thank you.
All right, what will end up happening? How many how many jurors are you all expecting to need on this case?
It's gonna depend, Your Honor. The nature of the case involves a music video, and that music video is very famous and well known. So we may need a little bit more than the average pool because people are familiar and have formed an opinion. They'd be
It happens to be the most watched video. That's
Well, I haven't seen it. I guess that says more about my age. So,
I think that's correct.
all right,
You're
Norma.
too young.
I like that. Thank you.
You are.
Norma, then put this for jury selection on February 7th and see if the central jury room is available for jury selection. So jury selection will take place on February 7th. And if you all have motions, those motions need to be heard the week of February 3rd.
Okay. Your Honor, just as a clarifying point, we would like to use what they call audience participation software in the selection process, where we would give the individual Venarman a clicker with different buttons on it, so that when we ask them scaled questions, their answers are submitted to the attorneys for both state and defense, but they're not shared among the pool. Our fear being that sometimes when you ask scaled questions after about the first 4 or 5, people just start parroting the answer of the person in front of them.
Well, here's the problem with that. How is the court reporter going to take those answers down?
We would be asking that we give the raw data both to the court and to the state. And those answers could be simply received into the record as an exhibit, rather than as, the court reporter having to say juror number 1, answer 2, juror number.
It should speed up the process. That's the theory.
Oh, don't worry. You guys will have 20 minutes each side.
Generous of you.
Pretend like I'm a different judge and people would say, okay, that's generous.
One of your predecessors in this court in particular, I think, was fond of that.
So as I give time for jury selection and people think it's not enough time, just view the wall. I would say 1, 2, 3, number 4.
Yeah.
Counting this way.
I think.
So,
Reasonable.
all right. Well, state, I allow people to do their jury selection, however they want to do their jury selection. If there's any objections to that being the process, then let me know. But we will make sure that the process you want to proceed with is on the record. So it won't fall upon the court reporter if something is not present for the fourth court or whoever it might be to say they didn't take the record down appropriately.
We definitely want to make sure it's documented, and I think that we have the capacity to do that really quickly, and it'll be smooth. But how many jurors would the court intend to call? We have 100 clickers right now. I can get more, but I just need to know how many of the court participants bringing.
All right. Well, how many do y'all, the central jury room holds about 200?
So probably about 200?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing. That jury selection, and Norma, can you call down to the central jury room right now and see if February 7th is available? Here's the thing about calling up a jury on Friday. That means it goes on Friday, because if it doesn't go on Friday, that's $75 per juror. And the county doesn't like it when jurors are called up and then it doesn't happen. Okay, so Ms. Ferguson is going to check very quickly about that. And then do y'all have any motions that need to be heard before that date?
We will have some motions in limine. I don't know how the court wants us to.
With the motion in limines, I don't know anything about your case. So with the motion in limines, unless it's something that's black letter law, which usually it's not, I always tell both sides to approach before they're going to get into any things that are covered by the motion in limine.
That's reasonable. I think if we file them, that gives both sides at least an understanding of when that's gonna happen, so we don't have a problem.
And then sometimes I find that parties are able to agree.
That's correct. Your Honor,
Yes.
2 additional matters when you're ready.
Yes.
One, hopefully we won't need the fourth court to look at it.
Okay, the eye wink, okay.
That secondly, if you recall, we needed to make arrangements. We have Chris Castle here to measure him because he has no way.
He's present today to measure?
He's in the courtroom, yes.
Oh, the deputy will allow him, deputies, will you allow him to go into the back with another party to be measured for clothing? I'm sure you.
He's done.
All right.
Thank you.
As I tell everybody, I'm not in charge of security. I let the deputies do that. All right, so February 7th will be jury selection. All right, so February 7th will be jury selection, and there will be 200 jurors called. Then on Monday, the 10th, how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
We can.
I'm usually pretty quick, Judge, but
Yeah.
Okay,
my imagination will probably last at least 2 weeks.
all right, so then this is the schedule. I'll give you all the schedule per week, but I'm going to give you the first week schedule now. So February 7th is jury selection. February 10th, we'll start testimony, opening statements and everything. We'll start that at 1:30. Tuesday, the 11th, Norma, will be 1:30. February 12th will be all day. February 13th, 1:30. February 14th, all day. And then on the next week, 17th is a holiday. We can discuss with the jurors whether or not they want to come in on the 17th or not. If they do want to come in on the 17th, then that will be all day, and we'll make arrangements for the jurors to come in the way they come in. All right? So if you all can make sure you look at your calendars as well for February 17th. All right, is there anything else?
Nothing on the side here.
All right. And as soon as Deputy Laura finished coordinating,
Can I have Mr. Patrick from?
oh, just give us 1 second. Deputy Laura, they have someone to measure him for clothing because he's lost a lot of weight maybe, or is he able to measure him in the back? So he can get his measurements today at 12. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Gisele Sauceda. Oh, and Mr. McIntyre. Y'all want him to go this way or this? All right, they're gonna put a hold on you so you can get your measurements. All right, Gisele Marie Sauceda. That's okay. All right, counsel, who were you conferring with?
I had first, Tony, I think, I don't remember names.
All right, everyone, please whisper as though you are spies and you don't want to get discovered. All right, do you have all of the discovery?
I think so, Judge. We just recently completed what we think was available. Thank you trouble with that initially.
All right,
Our first appearance, but I believe we got the evidence.
all right, State, were you able to tender an offer?
Not today, Your Honor.
We're not ready to ask for an offer. This one, Judge.
All right, Norma, if you recall this for December 19th, State, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer on that date.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Judge.
All right, thank you for
Thank you.
dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused. Julio Smith. Julio Perez Smith.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Hello. If you all can slide this way, please. All right, thank you. All right, where are we on discovery?
Your Honor, the state was going to meet with the victim to ask her if there was any missing cell phone videos. Unfortunately, she was going to come into the office yesterday, but she asked to reschedule until tomorrow. So the state's asking for just a short reset after tomorrow's meeting with the victim.
All right, is that the only discovery that's outstanding?
There's still some photographs that the state is checking into as well to see if they exist. There's some that we know exist, they just need to upload them.
Answer my questions. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 007457, State versus Julio Perez Smith. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Antonio Arriola.
Defense.
Stephanie Stevens. Andrea Lott.
All right, and are you Mr. Julio Perez Smith?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
All right. Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
No, Your Honor, we are still waiting on, the video. After we take the client, we're also waiting on some photographs to see if they do exist. And, there were some other photographs, that we were able to upload as well.
All right. And state, what is the status of the photographs?
The detective was going to make sure that there were no photographs taken by the marshals. Still waiting to hear back from him. And then as far as the video, there's a video referenced in the police report that we don't have in our possession. So the state was going to meet with the victim yesterday to ask her about that video. She unfortunately asked to reschedule the meeting until tomorrow.
All right. And Mr. Smith, I'm not going to place you under oath, but my question for you is, are you employed? Okay, then we will recall this for December 19th. That's the final discovery. You need to make sure that your witness is there, make sure that if there are photographs, that they're given to the defense.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, anything else, defense?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, then we'll come back on December 19th. Once you sign the reset form, you will be excused, and that will be your final discovery. All right, thank you. Alexander Rodriguez. All right, this is about CPS records.
Yes.
Where are they?
So it looks like Ashley is burning them right now. So we need to provide them to defense, but I think defense also needs to review them to make sure that other records that CPS has represented to us that have been given to us that also she received. So I guess if we can get a few more minutes today.
All right. So do y'all need to look at that today, or you need to come back on another day?
I mean, it would be beneficial to come back on another day, Judge, because the state's telling me that CPS is representing to them that the specific time period that we're asking for is on there. The state is also representing to me that they are having trouble finding that specific portion. And so I just want to confirm that we actually are getting what we think we're getting.
All right, so this is what I'm telling all parties. This is the last setting for CPS records. We've been doing CPS records since October. The date I'm giving you, if these are not the records, then somebody from CPS in the flesh needs to be here to answer for why the records are not here. All right, so
we
yes.
have the records. We will be providing to them right now in a few minutes. As long as it takes to burn them, we'll give them to her. Now, I don't know how long she needs to review them. I'm fine with that too.
Right, we will go over them quickly, Judge, so we can answer quickly to let the state know.
All right, Norma, recall this for December 12th. All right, is there anything else? And it's for discovery for the CPS records.
And then just to make sure, December 12th, if the records not the records defense is looking for, then we will bring somebody from CPS on December 12th.
Yes.
Over Zoom would be fine, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And Judge, just to be upfront and clear with the court, there is a high significant challenge. We will be, not challenge, chance that we will be in a family law trial that week.
Okay.
So
We'll see where we
let
are.
you know.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
So do it.
And then while I'm up here, do you want to talk about what happened yesterday with?
Oh, yes.
Um,
So your expert came in and thought that he was going to be unhandcuffed. And
Right,
for security reasons, that's a no.
and then left.
And then
alone
she
in
wanted
the-
him to hold objects. And for security reasons, that's a no.
Okay,
So if she wants to have that done at the Bear County Jail, there needs to be a specific date and time. It just can't be general.
yes, she told me December 18th is the next date she has available. Can we adjust the order, or do you want me to retype it?
If you can put that in the order, I will sign it.
Okay, can I handwrite it in there, Judge?
Yes.
Okay, do we know where it is?
See, the clerk will have to pull it
Okay.
because I sent it back with them.
Yes, I know, he's on the list.
All right, James McGarity. Yes.
Yes, Judge. Mr. McGarity, we were here on,
Have you conferred with the state?
yes.
Okay.
I don't know where.
Mr. Edelman is right there.
Oh, okay. But I did not confer with Mr. Adams. I did confer with other prosecutors. but-
And I do not know what was discussed between Ms. Giovenco and whichever ADA she did confer with.
All right, so what are you saying? What was it?
Well, on Tuesday, we were here, Judge, and my client was not here. We had been trying to get a hold of him, and he found out late Monday night that he did have court on Tuesday morning. It's my understanding he overslept on Tuesday morning. I do know that you did tell me if you were to show up on Tuesday.
I would reconsider. So here's the thing, he was actually scheduled for court on November 18th, Monday, and he didn't show. Then I recalled it for November 19th.
Correct.
And you were gonna reach out to the bondsman, magistrate court, everybody. So then we came back on on November 19th, and he didn't show on time, and he said he overslept.
Yes, Judge, that's correct. There is a little bit of extra confusion with this case because it did bounce back and forth between this court and the 437. So I know that I got notice for the setting and I had reached out to Norma saying in this case in the 437. So I didn't believe we were actually set on the 18th because I thought we were in a different court.
So let me ask you this, he didn't even show up in the 437, did he?
Well, we weren't set in the 437 on Monday, so no, Judge, we're not. But I do recall you did say that if you were to show up on Tuesday, you would recall the bond.
No, I said I will reconsider.
Okay,
That's what I always say. I don't say I'll recall. I said, if your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
well, we're asking for you to reconsider and at least set a bond, Judge.
Well, have you spoken to the bondsman? Do you know if the bondsman wants to be back on his bond?
I did speak to the bond. They did not get off the bond, so they issued to me that they had contact with him. They gave me multiple numbers to reach him.
Do you want to call the bondsman today and see if they want to be back on his bond? If they want to be back on his bond and there's no objection for the state, I'll reinstate the bond.
Okay, Judge, let's do that.
So if you'll call them and find out.
I will,
All
yeah.
right, thank you. All right, thank you. Daniel Kruger,
Here, Judge.
Joseph Daniel Kruger.
Your Honor, he did not make the trip over from the jail. I think they just ran out of room, but we are able to get the court a full update. I spoke with them twice this week at the jail.
Okay, what's the update?
So, Your Honor, we're gonna need a trial setting. We've tried as best we could to get this resolved, but he said that he wants a trial.
All right. What I'm going to do, because I like people to be on notice for things, I'm gonna recall this. And I'm gonna recall it for December.
All right, we'll be here.
All right, Norma, Joseph Daniel Kruger, that's being recalled for December 2nd.
And he's in custody.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Well, let me ask you, do you think Mr. Kruger is gonna be brought over? I mean, if you want to come back this afternoon,
Although I got specialty court today.
all right, so then we'll have him brought on December 2nd.
Yeah, we're ready to go. Thanks, Judge.
Thank you. And that won't be for jury trial, that'll be to give you a trial setting. Willie Cunningham. All right, who's the prosecutor?
Morning, Judge.
Good morning. All right, Norm, I need a jury trial date. It's family violence. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
3 days at most.
3 days. All right, your jury trial date will be January 13th at 9 a.m. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. And state, if you all can make sure that I have an acknowledgement of discovery.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else?
Okay.
All right. All right, it'll be January 14th.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
You're welcome. Angus Talbott. All right, have you received all discovery?
I believe we've received it all, Judge. I don't think there's any outstanding discovery issues. It's more of a discovery review at this point before we can enter into plea negotiations.
All right, state, were you prepared to make an offer today or no?
No, Your Honor. This is a codefendant case. The codefendant was on Tuesday.
On Tuesday?
Yes, this last Tuesday, and they're reset to January 9th, I think. They were separated.
All right. Let me see.
And that one was due to a discovery also, Your Honor, that defense.
All right, let me pull it up just a second. Deputy Laura. I know that y'all have issues with bringing over co-defendants. So the co-defendants case is set on January 9th. Let's bring this back on January 6th or 7th. January 6th or 7th.
Okay, 7.
The 7th?
Yep.
All right, Norma, if you'll put this down for January 7th and state at that time you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there anything else?
Nothing else.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. You know, I guess, yes, I will be filing a motion for appointment of investigator on this. And I just wanted to, do I need to bring it up now or file the motion.
File it and we'll take
and
care of it.
approach.
All right, thank you.
A suspect was arrested after San Antonio police say he shooed and skilled a man during a rug deal turned robbery. Angus Talbott, 32, is charged with murder. San Antonio police said he shot at Juan Guerrero, 20, in the head on December 14 at around 9:10 p.m. at the park. Guerrero was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced passed away the following morning. An arrest warrant affidavit revealed more details on what led to the shooting. Guerrero and his girlfriend went to the park so he could sell marriage to Talbott and another suspect. Talbott and the suspect arrived in a Honda Odyssey, police said. Guerrero and his girlfriend then got inside the van so Talbott could pull money from an ATM. They drove to the store and Talbott said he couldn't find his ATM card, and all four returned to the park. After arriving at the park, Talbott and Guerrero exchanged words, the affidavit states. Talbott pulled out a gum and fired several rounds at Guerrero. Talbott and the other suspect drove off in the van. Guerrero's girlfriend told police she met Talbott several times and identified him for officers. Investigators searched Talbott's Instagram account and phone records. Messages between Talbott and the second suspect showed Talbott planned to commit a robbery. GPS data also placed him at the location of the shooting.
April and Perez. Hello. Where are we on discovery?
Well, Judge, we just received an offer today.
Okay.
In regards to discovery, I did download discovery recently, but again, going through it, I've not had an opportunity to review that with my client.
Okay.
But we have been given an offer, and on reviewing that, I think we might have a decision.
Okay. And how are your meetings coming along?
Good.
All right. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date. Norma, recall this for December 19th. And that will be your plea deadline date.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Mario Vargas.
Your Honor, he is not in the courtroom. He was going to appear later, I assume.
Yes.
But the state wanted to approach.
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. On this one, Judge, sorry, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. I'm just reading my notes. Yes.
This is the one with the restitution hearing, Judge?
Yes.
And the amount, I think it was in dispute is like $7,000 roughly. We did reach out to the named victim in the case that was requesting that amount, on top of what the insurance company had paid him. We were gonna try to get him to come by Zoom. He didn't respond after we just determined that he wasn't available, and he didn't obviously respond this morning.
Well, there are some people in Zoom. What's his name?
It's not him because we haven't given him any name, because we haven't talked to him. I just talked to Rose just previously. I know that he said he'd be available the week of the December 2nd. And that's all I have because we're trying to get him to bring in receipts and everything else to prove this up. And it's a large amount that we want to make him whole, but I think there's possibly some discrepancies that we need to sort of hash out. If we had a little bit more time. And we don't oppose the defendant showing up by Zoom or anything like that.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to recall this because I want this to be settled and no appellate issues perhaps raised because he wasn't given ample time to have, to appear. So I'll reset it for the week of December 2nd. So what date do y'all want?
Monday the 2nd would be great, Judge.
All right, Norma, on Mario Vargas, it's going to be recalled for December 2nd. And this will be the final setting for restitution. And all parties can appear by Zoom.
Thank you, James.
Is there anything else?
Nothing.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. All right. Marissa Giovinco. On this, you need to give a time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get with the doctor and verify that.
Victoria Velez.
Your Honor, she is not present, and if I am informed correctly, will not be present ever again.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Frankie Lott. Yes.
But just a matter of off topic, and Mr. Lott is on Zoom, I believe. I don't know what the handle is, but he's looking at a screen. So we should be letting it shortly.
Is this the Tino U626AA?
Perhaps, Judge.
All right, it shows him joining. All right, you need to show your video. All right, if he doesn't show his video, we cannot proceed. So you may want to talk to him about that. Well, he needs to definitely turn on some lights. All right, are you Mr. Lott?
Yes.
Cannot hear you.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Damn. Can you hear me? Hello?
See, everyone, let this be a lesson. The way he's talking on Zoom right now, that's how I need everybody in the audience to speak. All right. Are you Mr. Lott? If you're Mr.
Yes.
Lott, just raise your thumb. Thank you.
Judge,
All right, so where are we?
We filed a motion and he was arrested back in January. The case is yet to be indicted.
Mhm.
He's just asking for a 4-hour window to go to his brother-in-law's house for Thanksgiving dinner.
You have any objection to that?
The state's in agreement. We just ask if there are any minor children in the home that he just not be left unsupervised with them, Your Honor. Otherwise, the state's in agreement.
All right. All right, then you all agreed for him on November 27th to travel to an address and to be there from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
and no unsupervised contact with minors?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, is there anything else?
No, man.
All right, then you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Lott, you're excused.
Thank you.
And Norma, I'll give that to you all now so you can put it in the system. All right, Ms. Giovinco.
Yes.
On this case, I can sign it, but your problem is that it's sealed. So you're gonna need to talk to the sheriff's office.
Okay.
And see if that's a date that works for them. If it's a date that doesn't work for them, let the court know.
Okay.
Is it that she'll want to give him full?
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
It's my understanding she's done this at the Bear County Jail before. So.
All right, they're saying it's not gonna happen. So if she wants to give him tools and they don't allow it, I have no control over whether or not they allow him to have tools.
Understood.
Deputy Laura may have a number to call.
Okay.
And then if there's not an issue, I'll see what I can do to help that happen. I'll call the sheriffs.
Okay.
But just let me know if there's an issue.
Copy of the full thing.
Okay, sure. You ready on Joseph Smith?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, if you'll pull that. All right, counsel, on this, where are we?
Probably, we just need a jury setting on it.
All right, state on Joseph Smith, the fourth, did you all tender an offer?
He wants a trial, Judge, he doesn't want to.
All right, but I require an offer be tendered.
All right.
You'd be shocked.
I can get an offer.
All right.
All right.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is, yes.
Interrupt you. There is an offer made by Edelman. So it's.
Okay, there is an offer.
All right, so what I will do is I'm gonna set this for a plea deadline date, counsel, and your client can appear by Zoom.
All right.
The week of the 9th, December 9th, 10th, or 12th.
What days are there?
The 9th is Monday, 10th is Tuesday, the 12th is Thursday.
How about Monday the 9th?
All right. So your client can appear by Zoom. All right, Mr. Smith, your attorney is gonna let you know what the state is offering. And on December 9th, you need to let the court know if you've reached an agreement. If you have not reached an agreement, your next setting will be a jury trial. Do you understand?
All
You're
right.
muted.
I'll talk to him.
All right.
I'll figure it out.
All right, Mr. Smith.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me
Your
now?
attorney will speak with you. I'm sorry, we can't hear on your end, but your attorney will speak
Okay.
with you.
Hey, Judge,
Yes, ma'am.
I've got a
I-
motion modified bond because of medical conditions and stuff like that. The state has agreed to at least tracking only. I'd like it,
So what was your request, counsel?
to remove the GPS or at the minimum tracking only, and the state has at least agreed to tracking.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will allow tracking.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
I'll bring an order to that. It was our finding.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, your attorney will speak with you, Mr. Smith. He'll give
Yes,
you a
ma'am.
call.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mario Hinojosa. All right, today is your plea deadline date. Is there an agreement?
There's good talk, we've been at it for a week. Dr. has been on some restrictions and I haven't been able to look at some videos to make our final determination.
All right, I can bring you back on December 2nd, 3rd, or 5th.
We have December 5th.
All right, Norma, if you recall this for December 5th, final plea deadline date.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, your excuse. Sandra Gaytan. Sandra Letitia Gaytan. All right, thank you. All right, so where are we on this case?
We gave an offer today, Judge.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe you're on the next setting, I'll take care of that offer.
All right, so I can recall this for December 9th, 10th, or 12th.
What day of the week is the 9th?
The 9th is Monday.
Not the next day.
All right. So we'll come back on December 10th, and that will be your plea deadline date.
Thank you, Martin.
Blue is your color. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. My mom always says, if you see someone and that's their color, you'll know. You know, some people say they're autumn colors or spring colors, but yeah, that's your color.
Thank you.
All right, once you sign the reset form, your excuse.
Thank you.
Damian Morela. Damian Isaiah Morela.
Council's present, Your Honor.
All right, where's your client?
I have no idea. I hear.
Deputy Laura, could you make an announcement for Damian Isaiah Morela?
I did.
All right, and so does he have a warrant on this motion to revoke? Let me see. So that's the one he has a warrant? Okay. Well, your client already has a warrant on this case. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Katheren Aguilar. Hi, Counsel, how you doing today?
Oh, you full of vinegar.
Okay. All right, so where are we on discovery?
We're fine on discovery, Your Honor.
Requesting jury trial? All right, how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Just a couple days, Judge.
All right,
Most.
criminal trial division, jury trial, 2 days. And guys, there's an attorney, Joseph Vergevelt, who's on Zoom.
He's out of Houston, Judge. I believe he has a client today.
All right.
I gave him an offer.
All right, your jury trial is going to be January 21st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and y'all can make sure that there is an acknowledgement of discovery that's completed. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And then we'll take his client's case up. All right, Attorney Vergevelt, who's your client?
Joshua Johnson, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, there's something wrong with the audio, so we're gonna have to chat.
Okay.
All right, are you Vergevelt?
Yes, Joseph Bradeville, Your Honor.
Okay. Just one moment. I'm sorry, Joseph, who's your client?
Joshua Johnson.
All right.
He should be on the other
Call
Zoom.
on Joshua Johnson. All right, so today is the plea deadline date. Are you all asking for a jury trial?
No, Your Honor, I think we're going to take a plea. I just need more time. The prosecutor that was on the case is no longer in the division. The new prosecutor got with me yesterday and relayed the plea offer. I'm still talking to my client. He needs to speak with his work. So I'm asking if we could please move this over to the week of December.
On Joshua
December 9th.
Johnson, they say that they're going to enter into a plea bargain agreement, but not today.
Okay.
So, defense, I can give you a date of December 2nd, 3rd, or 5th.
Is there any chance I could, well, I can do the 5th. Is there any chance to go into that following week? just because I'm in Dallas on a case starting on the 3rd, and I just want to make sure that I should be
All right,
done,
I'll
but I
put
don't
you
want to
for
make promises.
I'll put you down for December 12th.
That works.
All right, is there anything else?
Nope, that's it. You have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, excuse me, Joshua. Can you do me a favor? Can you put your email address in the chat box for me? And so you can appear by Zoom, but I need your email address so that the court coordinator can email you the documents to sign.
I'm sending it right now.
Thank you. All right, I have it. Thank you. You may be excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
Alex Arizola. All right. So where are we on the motion to revoke?
Your Honor, I believe we have reached an agreement.
All right, so you all ready to proceed on the motion to revoke?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you all confer with the probation?
Confer with everybody else.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 5923 State versus Alex Arizola. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris Edelman.
Defense?
Good morning, Judge. Genaro Cortez for Alex Arizona.
And are you Alex Arizola?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Alex A. Arizola who's placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 5923 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 to 4 grams on December 5th, 2022 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Correct, Judge.
Is that you?
Correct.
That's either yes or no. Yes. All right, state.
Honor.
No.
That's okay. It happens sometimes.
My turn, Mr. Arizola. On or about the second day of April 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Alex A. Arizola did then and there illegally use a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State waives the remaining violation allegations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
None, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2? Court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. Deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following: 90 sober support meetings in 90 days, IVR hotline, giving 24 hours for submission, IOP, drug court evaluation, hold lifetime in abeyance if tests are positive, again, hold lifetime in abeyance if tests are positive again, then go into lifetime.
All right, if your drug test, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alex A. Arizona.
All right. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
When's the last time you used?
2 months.
All right. Why have you not been calling into the hotline that was already in place?
Been calling into the hotline. I've been calling in. I've been doing my drug tests, these past drug tests.
Yes.
All right. And have those drug tests been negative?
The last report that I have was from 11/11. There was a no-show. However, from October the 4th to present, they've all been negative.
All right. Why didn't you show on 11/11?
Veterans Day, there was a mandatory work day at my job. I work for the city of San Antonio Solid Waste Department, and we do have veterans that work there. What happened is that we took cover for them so they could be off and be with their families. And I did work an extra, and I did comply with my PO and let her know that the following day when I went to report and told her. But I don't know what happened. But we did cover for our veterans. You know, we take it real serious where we work at.
All right.
And
All
that's
right.
the only reason why I missed.
Your attorney's like, stop while you're ahead.
We're good.
But no. I appreciate that you're giving me information.
Yes, ma'am.
I always love to have more information than less information because it gives me a chance to hear where you are on your road to recovery and on what I should be doing. Because you have a contract with the court. It's not with your attorney. It's not with the state. It's not with probation. And so listening to you lets me know where you are in your recovery. All right, the court will deny the motion. Alter and amend conditions to include the following conditions. I'm gonna do 120 sober meetings in 120 days. IOP. We'll do a referral to felony drug court. I don't think they're gonna accept him though, because of the tattoos that I'm seeing in the meeting. The IVR hotline. And you all want him to report once if his number comes up within 24 hours? All right, the IVR hotline with reporting within 24 hours. All right, and the holding of the lifetime recovery in abeyance, I'm not gonna do that. If there's a positive UA, what's gonna end up happening, I'm gonna receive a report that there's a positive UA, and you're gonna have to come in. Either you're gonna be brought in on a motion to revoke, or either it's gonna be brought in on the compliance. Is there anything else?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing else.
Anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Just wanna keep doing good with what I'm doing with my life. Everything, the turnaround that I've been doing is real. It's been real for me. You know, it's been helping me and my family out. And also it's just been a big turnaround for me. Because I'm able to express myself now. I find myself again. I was lost. I admit that.
Well, I'm glad you're doing better.
Too.
All
Thank you.
right, you need to stay on the track, don't backslide, because if you miss one appointment, then you get used to missing appointments, then you say, well, I'll just do 2 the next time. It's the same thing with NA meetings. Oh, I missed that one. I'll just double up. And then the next thing you know, life has caught up to you and you've fallen off track. You understand? In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. Stay in touch with your probation officer. If there's an issue and you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to the court. You understand?
That's real helpful right there. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll ask that the warrant be recalled. See, isn't it better than setting a bond?
To the wisdom in the.
All right, thank you. Deputy, the warrant will be recalled on him. All right, good luck to you.
That's good.
Thank you.